Hello, Coach Renee here for a win coaching. I'm going to talk to you today about saving time because we all have the exact same amount of time. Like, we think that other people have more time than we do. Like, oh, if you're a stay-at-home mom, then you got plenty of time. Or, oh, well, you don't run 5 businesses, so you have plenty of time. You have more time than I do. Or we look at other people and think, like, man, how do they have any time to do anything? I'm like just doing this and I hardly feel like I have time. We compare time all the time, right? I mean, anyone feel like you just don't have enough time or other people have more time than you do? Been there. And yet we each have 86,400 seconds every single day. And those are a gift. Every single second is a gift. Hey, welcome. And when we have that gift, we need to use it wisely. We are not promised those seconds. We are not promised tomorrow's allotment of seconds. So we need to be very, very intentional about what we do with seconds, right? So I'm going to share with you something I found to be so important when it comes to saving time and energy, because mental energy is also equates to time, because we use up a lot of our seconds by decision processing and putting our energy in places that it doesn't really need to be. Anyone else relate? Been there? So today I had the privilege of, I work with some students at a university, some female students. We do some leadership development. And we were discussing today how important it is to figure out where you're going to spend your time. For instance, anime. I know that sounds kind of random, but hey, I was talking to college students and some of them are really into anime. And I'm like, I don't know much about anime. What can you tell me? I want to shortcut my learning experience by asking you guys who know about anime. And they were telling me some different things. They were saying, there's a lot of anime that is not really good. There's anime that might have a lot of art to it, but it gives a vibe that is depressive or is not wholesome. And if you guys know me, you know my brand, I'm talking about how can we make progress in life? How can we be productive? How can we have good mental health? How can we be positive? And as a believer, as a Christian, I'm somebody who how can I be more like Jesus? And so these women, these young ladies, they know that. And so they were telling me, you really want to be careful about what anime you look at. And I'm like, well, how do you know? How would you invest in the right anime? How would you make sure that you are only putting into your mind what you would want to be there? And one of them had a very brilliant point. She said, well, I only talk and get referrals from other people who I know are like-minded, like me. It's like, wow, brilliant. That sounds so simple. But when we apply that same principle to other aspects of our life, it's not just our entertainment, it's not just, TV shows, but there's some key points and there's some wisdom in that I want to make sure that we pull out. It's not just about asking other people, because asking other people takes up time. Who are you asking in your life? Who are you giving those seconds to? Maybe you're asking for parenting advice, or you're asking for marketing advice for your business, or maybe you're asking people for referrals for your business. But when you're asking, you're investing that time into the person you're asking. Are you first doing this? Are you qualifying in your mind who you are asking for advice or who you are asking for help? If you'll qualify in advance who and what values they have, and if they are the type of person that is going to give you the information that is going to align with you being able to take that information and apply it immediately or close to immediately. We still want to use our own brains and think, but close to immediately, so you don't have to sift through a whole bunch of extra stuff. You, my friend, are going to save so much time. Seriously. Now, how can we put this into play? Let's think about this in terms of someone like myself. As I'm running a community, I'm running a business. There are very select people that I go to that I ask advice for. I do not go to person over here who does not understand at all the online world. I don't ask for help from somebody who has a lot of opinions but has no experience whatsoever in my field. Let's think about parenting. There's nothing wrong with asking somebody for help with parenting. In fact, we need to, right? Like, seriously, I have teenagers, and I'm not going to moms of 2-year-olds to ask for parenting advice. Not that I don't care what they have to say, not that they weren't a teenager once. Maybe they have some things, but they were not a teenager at the same time that my kids are teenagers now. I need to go to someone who is just a step ahead of me. So when I curate and I think in my mind, who are those people? Who are the people that have the same values that I do, so that I don't have to sift through a bunch of different stuff that isn't going to be honoring of my time? Who are the people that have experience? And who are the people that I know are going to keep it to what I'm looking for? I'm not looking for someone to write a book for me, right? Just like right now, you're not hopping on this video because you want me to give you a 24-hour lecture. No. But we want to spark thinking. We want to be able to take information, put it into our own lives so that we can make productive progress. We want to be able to ask questions in advance and be clear and defined so that we then can ask the people that it's going to make sense of. So that is a huge time saver. This is something that has been really helpful for myself. I'm just telling you, if you're a business owner and you don't have an entrepreneurial family or spouse, that's probably not going to be the best person to go and ask advice from, or that's to get opinions from. It's not. You're probably going to be feeling defeated. You're going to feel like, wow, now I have all these different opinions and I have to weed through them. And it's going to take so much time. That's not going to be the best source for you. If you are somebody who is struggling in marriage, it's probably not going to be going to somebody who is not married to ask advice or to get some kind of input. You're probably going to be wasting time venting and not actually getting anywhere with that. If you are looking for foundational spiritual help, if you're looking for, your own specific relationship with Jesus and you want to grow that, it's probably not going to help you to go ask the internet. It's probably not going to help you to go on Facebook and just put out a blanket statement. Hey, I'm looking for this, because you're going to have a whole lot of different opinions and you're going to have a lot of actually the opposite. So think in advance who you are asking questions to. Qualify in your mind. How am I going to be able to ask someone who has the experience, who is like-minded, and who does actually care? That's another important thing. And they care about helping. One way I've been able to do this in my life is I have formed community of like-minded people. Maybe you're doing the same. It's not bad to have a community of like-minded people. Some people think, oh, well, then you don't think for yourself. Not true, because we are independent thinkers, right? We need to be. But if we can cut out the crap, if we can cut out the fluff, if we can cut out the things that don't pertain to what we are trying to do, then we're going to be able to have so much more time. So this is something that has impacted you in some way. Share. How are you going to be able to save some seconds of your day? Who are the people, don't say names, but who are the people that you've been asking in your life that, wait a minute, why am I giving them these seconds of my life and asking them for advice that's going to end up not helping me? It's just wasting time that I have to spend more time sifting through information. And how can I become part of a community that is like-minded? If you need help with that, let me know. The winner circle, let me give you a little bit of how that, if that is a space for you. The winner circle is a space where we are looking for accountability, authenticity. We can be honest, we can be direct, we can be kind, because we're all about being kind, but we also can give constructive feedback and helpful criticism, as well as we're all looking to grow. We all want to grow. So It's not a space for people to come and just like only have a pat on the back and like, oh yes, oh, life is so fine, you're great. It's, hey, yes, you're struggling, so how can we be of help? And let's do this. Let's actually grow. It's also a space, like I said, accountability and making productive action, but it's a space where we are also a community and we care about each other and we are all about giving encouragement. So those are the filters that we're using. We are also, many of us are, we have messages, or we have businesses, or we have creative thinking that we know that God has given us. Most of us are a Christian faith base. So we know that we are coming and we are all of a very similar mindset. We're not all the same, but we are similar. So that's something, if those resonate with you, or many of those aspects do, then check out bealifewinner.com. Go check out the Winner Circle. If you're looking for something else or something specific, I am all about connecting people. I would love to be able to help you connect. So reach out to me. Let me know in the comments, what are you looking for, so that you can cut down on the extra fluff in your life. If you're looking to have a coaching session so that you can create more of that intentionality in your life, let me know. I'd love to connect with you. All right, friends, go out and be who you were created to be. Don't try to be everyone else. That's a waste of time. Do what you're designed to do. And that's going to be being intentional, okay? Being very intentional so that you can win at life and you can make your impact in this world. You were here for a purpose. Go win.